and I just loved the colour, the texture. It started a whole new wave for me. This is my latest acquisition. It's a black silver tone from the States from the late 30s, and it's just a beautiful design, looks like a train, and nothing is new in the world because it already had preset buttons for stations. What I look for in a Bakelite radio is style. The cabinet is the main feature. The quality of it, the rarity of it, the colour of it, and how it fits into the deco genre. My all-time favourite radio is the Colonial Globe radio, and it's just beautiful in that somebody went to all the trouble of putting the valves inside the globe. The dials are on the left and right, and the speakers down the bottom, and I love it because it's black and ebony.
And my all-time favourite is Robbie the Robot, which is an English radio of the 1930s. It's an echo radio, and I love it because it's black and white and it has a bit of a face on it.
I think Australia's done remarkably well in producing some wonderfully designed and coloured radios of that period, even though we didn't have the designers.
I love the American radios because they had these fabulous industrial designers, and they used the colour as well as the structure of the radios to bring that out. This radio isn't a Bakelite radio. It's made of mirrors and wood, but I think it's one of the most spectacular radios we have.
This is the green Echo AD65. It's one of only two in the world. It's a beautiful radio, wonderful size, and I simply love the feel of it, and I give it a pat every day. Brown was the only colour the Brits would accept in radios until the 50s, and even though Wells Coates kept producing coloured radios, he couldn't sell any. In my collection, I've got 3 radios which represent a really interesting period in history. They are German radios. The first one is called Sonnenblume, and by a company called Nora, which is the reverse of the guy's name, whose name was Ahrens, a Jewish gentleman. These radios, by the time the Nazis came in, were all destroyed, and in their place, the Germans were allowed to have a very square box called the Volksempfänger, which only would broadcast German Nazi propaganda. However, if you were of the elite in Germany in the mid-30s, there is a radio called Siemens. This was only available to those of the upper class of German society. As an Australian collection, there are others that are probably as good, but as an international collection, it probably now rates as one of the best in the world.